Looks like we pulled the late shift. Let's see if we can make it through the evening and Five Nights at Freddy's survive till 6 a.m. Hey everybody, Coach Troy here. Now you might be wondering why I am reviewing a game from 5 years ago based on an IP like this. Well, here's the deal. I love me some Final Girl, but I wanted something that's just easy to set up, quicker to play, and requires a little less of the upkeep, you know? So I'm hoping that this game right here can fill that void for me. So Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF if you're in the know, Survive Till 6 a.m. is a solo game. It says it's for 1 to 2 players, but really you're just playing simultaneously next to each other, and it plays in about 20 minutes. So if you want something a little quicker, a little tighter, this I think might be a good go. Now, I haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's outside of that first game quite some time ago, but I do really like the animatronics, and I do find them to be extra creepy, and I think this did a good job, at least that first game. I haven't seen the movie, probably never will, and I haven't really played anything else after that. But, again, I don't know, they look creepy to me. Hopefully this is a good game. Still, they look pretty creepy to me, so let's crack this sucker open and see how it plays. So here we are at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. You've got our map up top here. It really doesn't do a whole lot. The only thing it has important is the clock. Otherwise, we will have our camera cards down here, setting in piles of 12, 11, 11, and 10. In them, we're going to shuffle our animatronics, Foxy, Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica there. We have a dial here, which is going to record how much power we have left. And we've got a couple of dice here with 0s, 5s, and 10s on them. So for setup, we are going to take our animatronics and shuffle them in to the proper decks. One in camera 2, 1 in camera 3, and 2 in camera 4. Now on a turn, first thing we're going to do is take off that first clock card. That starts our countdown. We're trying to make it till 6 a.m. Then we're going to flip over the top card of all our different cameras here. First one, we got nothing there. That is nice. That's what we want. Ew, what was that card? Ooh, another what was that card? And we're pulling an animatronic on this last one. Now, if you ever pull an animatronic, you're going to keep on pulling more cards until you get something that's not. Now, in Phase 2, you can react to 0, 1, or 2 of these cards. When reacting to a card, you're going to roll a die, and you're going to lose that much power. Slide it down on your power remaining card. On the what was that, you would simply discard them. If you have an animatronic, you would shuffle back that into the camera deck. Empty rooms and power deletions, you don't do anything at all, but since I did roll a die, I'm actually going to have to lose another 5 power. Now in Phase 3, any card I did not choose to react to, I'm going to have to follow through with. So on this particular what was that, I'm going to have to draw another card and do what it says. This one is an empty room, lucky me, so I'm done there. On this what was that, I'm going to have to move the top card over without looking at it 2 spaces. So now I don't know what card that is. And if it's an animatronic that I don't react to, I'm going to shuffle it into the next deck there. I can then clean up these cards, get rid of them, start the next round by moving the clock ahead and then drawing more cards. If you ever draw an animatronic card on camera number 1 and you have no power left over to react and it moves into your office, they got you and game over. But if you are somehow able to stave off the animatronics and take that last card off the clock, you win the game. And that is how you play Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, you may have noticed that this is just more of a card game than anything else. This is a solo card game. Like I said, it's for 1 to 2 players, but really, if there's 2, you're still just kind of playing by yourself. It has a board as well, but the board is just kind of help you keep track of things and maybe help build with the atmosphere. Other than that, the entire game is in those decks that you're shuffling up and going through. And it's just a game about mitigating your luck. You have an idea of where they are, but you don't always know where Freddy, Chica, and the gang are creeping up at. So, you're going to have the choice. Do you kind of risk it, maybe let them through, or do you try to stop everything and maybe lose some of your resources? Because there is that resource management part. You've only got so much energy, and that dang die that always seems to be against me is just draining your batteries. One thing I wish they did do, I mean, they have the board already, but only if they would have put little figurines in this thing as well. You can kind of put them on the board to keep track of where they are, or at least where you think the animatronics are, because you don't always know when you move those cards around, you're going to lose track. So you'll have an idea, but those little figurines on there, I might try to find some. But yeah, that's not a deep game. There's not a whole lot of decision making to it. It's just mitigating that luck. That's all there is. So if you're looking for something super intense and deep, you're not going to find it here. But if you want something simple and creepy that you can play in 20 minutes, I think this does a very good job. That tension that builds up as you're playing those cards, because you don't exactly know where the animatronics are or how close they are to you, but they will be in your office soon enough. So whether you're a fan of Freddy's or not, if you like that kind of thing, then this game might be for you. Let me know what you think. This is Coach Troy, and I'll see y'all next time.